Do we have to watch it? Oh, demon time.
Oh no, I don't want to see that.
Song of your West Ham bench.
I just had a cardiac arrest. Too quiet.
Hennything goes, you know this year just gonna blow like I won't have it, you won't manage, so I'm real, I'm silent like magic.
What's going on, people? Anything goes. Back with something brand new for the channel, our first ever movie reaction. Bit of a random movie. If you're brand new to the channel,
Don't ask.
we usually do
Don't ask.
music reactions and ghost video reactions, and one of the ghost videos was what this film is based on. So we said if we do start doing movie reactions, we'll start with this one. If you're not new to the channel, here we are, our first ever movie reaction, Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Yeah.
Neither of us have ever seen this one. I've seen quite a lot of horror films, but this one...
So you say you've seen them, but I've watched you not watch scary clips. So I don't believe you've seen them.
I have.
You put
It's
them
like
on the... They're on the screen, but you're not
It's
watching.
like... Not a fetish, but like...
A guilty pleasure.
Putting myself through the pain of watching horror movies is like... I don't know. Me... When I jump in horror movies, I find it funny that I'm such a pussy. Like, yeah, this film from 2005, like I said, we watched a ghost video that this was based on. So, this is where we're starting off.
Without further ado, we've arrived.
Like I said, if you're new to the channel, make sure you press the subscribe button. Nearly 8 more words. Like the video. Get your suggestions for any movies you want to see us react to down below. Click the bell so you never miss one of these videos, and click the join button if you want to support us even more. And
We're back, baby.
here goes a new adventure.
It's too loud, turn it down.
I'm not scared. I'm not a scaredy man, I'm a scaredy man.
Do we have to watch it? It's not too late.
Because she was making... Oh, there's just blood dripping off the barbed wire. It's fine.
Is it? Yum.
Fight, normal. Bird flew into it or something, probably. Probably not humans.
Nice.
But that's not really horror. That happened.
Are you really doing this?
My nan...
You're really doing this?
Yeah.
Cool. Keep talking.
You're the medical examiner?
Hella tense.
Oh, I recognise him.
Don't you go to
From
his church?
No, the actor.
Oh.
Idiot. This is like the start of Constantine or something. Oh, I'm guessing they died? Because there was police there and he was a doctor and the priest was leaving.
Possibly, yeah, he's a medical examiner, isn't it?
Sorry, Mr. Rose, but I cannot state conclusively that the cause of death was natural. Your daughter, she...
Oh, is it just gonna flash to her body and it's gonna be all twisted or something?
Who's that?
Father Moore.
Do you recognise him? He's in a lot of... He used to be in a lot of British films.
Nope.
And he was Falcone in Batman Begins and that.
Tell us about the exorcism.
Cute.
Over here, Father Moore.
I'm here at Crescent County Courthouse to
this afternoon as we show you Father Richard.
What about the parents?
They're not talking to the police.
Do we charge them?
No, even the priest admits he ran the show. We need a Christian on this. Preferably a Catholic. Somebody that knows this shit inside out and who the public will see as unbiased.
Did you just hear that?
No.
We're going after
We
a
need a
holy
Christian on this, preferably a Catholic.
Ethan Thomas. He's not Catholic, though. Methodist, I think. But the guy practically lives at church. Choir practice, teaches Sunday school.
Yeah, he's no choir boy in the courtroom. I've seen him tear people up on cross. He's a shrewd son of a bitch.
This gentleman, you know Aaron Brunner?
Of course.
Hello.
I was so sure that Van Hopper would fry, but you proved me wrong, lady.
System work, that's all.
Gentlemen, you'll excuse us, will you? Have you seen the news about this priest?
I heard something about an exorcism gone bad, but I don't know the details.
The DA charged him with negligent homicide. They offered a very reasonable plea bargain, but the priest turned it down.
Carl, do not ask me to take
The
this hit.
Archdiocese specifically requested you.
The what?
Why me?
Because they follow the Van Hopper trial like everybody
That
else.
sounded
They
like
think
some
you're smart. And
law
conscious.
jargon.
They want you to ask the priest to reconsider it.
Might be the guy that wears a big white wig.
This case sounds like a quack.
The case is yours.
Just how high do I get to rise this time? Been junior partner for too long now, Carl. It's not like other firms haven't been calling.
Aaron.
I want my name on the door right next to yours.
I was about to say, do you think this has ever happened where a priest has been convicted of murder
My
for
firm
exorcism?
represents
But this
the
is based
Archdiocese.
on a true story. So,
Yeah.
What I care about is telling Emily Rose's story. I want people to hear what only I can tell.
And what is that?
What really happened to Emily and why.
I did not see a whole, like, criminal investigation
You're not used to this kind of place.
like angle to this film.
I'm sure our life
Surely.
is strange to you. Not so strange. I grew up in a little town. A lot of cats live here. There are 11 now, I think. Emily always brought them home ever since she was a little girl. She couldn't leave a stray abandoned. What is going on?
I recognise her.
Mama,
Yeah, she's in a lot of films.
is it? It's a scholarship, Mama. They pay for it. They pay for everything. This is your dream, Emily. You'll be leaving us. It's okay.
So you're gonna get fucked up in college.
I'll be okay. I'm gonna show this to your father.
Not that I did that.
Not like we did that.
I just did studies.
The young girl is dead. If he's a man of God, then personally, I think he's even more subject to the laws of moral behavior and punishment. If it were up to me, he'd get no deal at all.
What about forgiveness and compassion? Isn't that part of your creed?
Funny how that
Does that just
works
get in the way
out
of your
in real life, isn't it?
What?
When priests and stuff get convicted of certain things and
Client counsel.
Or don't get convicted.
Charges reduced to reckless endangerment.
did you ever see any of these types
Good
of
night,
films?
counsel.
These, like, obviously Exorcism is an old film.
I was gonna say that's probably the
But
only
then,
one.
like, I'm sure around this time it was like the last Exorcism and all films like that came out, and they all had contortionist stuff in them. And
Who?
contortionists, you know, the people that all like can bend, they can put their foot behind their ear and stuff.
Gymnast.
Contortionists, yeah, that's what they're called.
Oh, demon time.
Let the record show that the
Why is she holding your breath like that?
Because the music was being ominous and then it stopped.
Mr. Thomas.
I was waiting for a blah.
Thank you, Your Honor. A ritual exorcism performed by the defendant, allegedly to cure the victim by ridding her of demonic forces. We will demonstrate that this course of action directly resulted in the victim's death. I said a moment ago that I represent the people. We all know what that means, but it's a little abstract, isn't it? Ms. Bruner, the attorney for the defense, is seated right next to the man she represents. And I stand here to represent the people.
Don't you think this is subjective?
I was gonna say it's very it's a very complicated case because her family know that she was possessed.
This is a photograph taken of her.
But they're still sitting there. Oh, jeez.
Make up some mad thing, innit?
I hope I never get called up to jury duty and have to go through like a murder case or something.
No, they don't look like that anymore. They don't look like that anymore.
Rose.
Anymore.
Well, murder cases now.
At age 19. How did she feel about going away to school?
Objection, speculation. The witness is not a psychiatrist.
I'll rephrase. Did you talk to Emily about going off to college?
Yes, she told me she was excited, but nervous that she would be away from her family in the big city. This was an overwhelming change for her.
Did you stay in touch after she went away?
Yes, she wrote me a letter saying that she'd been to a dance and she'd met a boy named Jason. She didn't want her mother to know this because her mother did not approve of dancing. It warned her about the boys at school.
And did Emily communicate with you again last fall after you received the letter?
Actually, it was her mother. She telephoned me, waking me out of a deep sleep at 4 in the morning.
Telephoned.
She asked me to call Emily at a payphone on the university campus. Emily answered. She was quite hysterical. At first, she just sobbed uncontrollably. But eventually, she calmed down enough to tell me what had happened. She had awakened and thought she smelled something burning. There was no alarm, but she got up, afraid there was a fire.
It was obviously not sage burning.
You're on fire today.
Thank you. Just like Emily will be soon.
Don't you remember when we saw that one and there was like something through a glass door that looked exactly the same as that? Is that the one you was talking about?
What this is based on?
Yeah.
No, it's the actual video. They was just outside of her family home and they heard like voices and stuff. This is the one, you know, when it was the girl who had like 67 exorcisms or whatever. That's what this is based on, but I don't think she has that many in this. Well, I'm saying I don't think she does. She may do.
As in attempts.
Yeah. It's too quiet.
Oh, it's only been 2 minutes. Oh. No, I'm going back to sleep, bro. Fuck that one.
Sleep? Are you still sleeping? Oh, it's like it's walking on.
Nope, it's sitting on her chest.
Oh no, I don't want to see that. Can we not?
I think the neck is more important.
I don't want to see no SA stuff.
At first, I thought perhaps Emily had taken illegal drugs, some type of hallucinogen. But we ran tests and found no trace of drugs in her system. And the more she explained the incident to me, the more I began to suspect something else. Epilepsy results from rapid, uncontrolled electrical activity in the brain. In a severe or grand mal seizure, a person may lose consciousness for several minutes and suffer involuntary contractions of all the muscles of the body.
Is it possible for a person suffering from such a seizure to have hallucinations or perceive the things that Emily described?
The muscle contractions could feel like an extreme pressure on the body. And it is certainly possible with all that brain activity for
Yeah, she played that part to a T still.
all sorts of
I was gonna say the
strange,
first part where
violent
she was
things.
screaming was good acting, but
Suspecting that Emily
they
was
made her do
epileptic,
all the
proceed.
I
possibilities.
administered an electroencephalograph.
Did you ask Emily why she had stopped filling her Gambutrol prescriptions?
Yes. She said that Father Moore had suggested she stop taking the drug.
And what, in your medical opinion, was the direct result of Father Moore's suggestion?
I firmly believe that Father Moore's suggestion killed her.
Objection,
Stopping
Your
the treatment
Honor.
led
The
directly
witness
to
is
her
asserting
death.
outrageous conclusions based on pure hearsay evidence.
Technically correct, but I'll allow it as part of his expert opinion testimony.
Thank you, Dr. Mueller.
But that's not the case here. She was epileptic.
Really? When Emily saw objects move on their own and felt an invisible presence on top of her, was she experiencing symptoms typical of epilepsy?
Not typical, no.
Are they typical indications of any other conditions, say, for example, psychosis?
Yes, I would say that's correct.
But isn't psychosis an entirely different medical condition from epilepsy?
Yes, in my
So,
experience,
doctor, aren't
it
you
is.
selectively choosing what parts of Emily's experiences fit your epilepsy diagnosis while simply ignoring those which might indicate something else?
Objection, Your Honor. Argumentative.
Withdrawn. No further questions.
It's always good when they say objection and they say withdrawn because they've already said it. It's like, too late.
There are forces surrounding this trial. Dark, powerful forces. Just be careful, Aaron. Watch your step. Well, after the first incident, she was sent to the university hospital for testing and observation.
I didn't jump, you did.
What's the thunder song from Ted?
You see the face in the clouds?
No.
There's a like devil face in the clouds every time the lightning struck.
Emily once told me that
Imagine what it must take out of you
resisted
getting a part like that.
but at the hospital they overcame.
Like so far, all she's done is like
So she believed
abuse
that
her,
her actual
her own
possession
body.
began that night at the hospital?
Ugh.
Yeah, you're already doomed from that point anyway. Some of your West Ham bench.
I just had a cardiac arrest. I think that guy needs to go to doctors as well. He's got that condition where the black stuff comes out of your eyes. Oh, everybody's doing it.
Yeah, but they call this something, innit? They call it a psychotic break. Or a form of psychosis.
She needs milk.
Yeah, it's over. It's over. In the church, yeah, it's done that. It's done that. No matter what you think or what you're going through in life, if you run to the church for some sort of solution or guidance and you see them in the church, it's over.
Emily?
I told you.
Oh, Bendy back.
Emily?
Bye.
Gone again.
Number blocked.
Never did leave her.
Inside this quiet suburban home that police say James Van Hoffer murdered a young couple earlier today.
Oh wow.
Sources close to the investigation say that
Is that the last person she defended?
The last person, yeah, she got off on a murder trial, I think, when they killed more people. Oh, here we go. Free the demon. No.
That's a long dark corridor.
They're gonna do hula burger out of the corner.
What is it with you and Crash Bandicoot?
I'm not even gonna jump.
You shouldn't.
The music stopped.
The lights on.
Doesn't matter. Music stopped.
Uh-oh. She's smelling something burning.
Oh yeah, good spot. You're so clever.
Oh, silence is loud, isn't it?
Yep. Jump scares are louder.
Oh, you flopped.
Don't tread in it.
Turn the light on, clean it out first. First things first. Is that our front door?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the way that cutscene worked, but is our front door next to the kitchen?
Yeah. A lot of American apartments are like that.
Or kind of just close to the kitchen?
The front door opens up to the kitchen rather than like here is either a hallway or the front room, isn't it? I got a feeling the priest isn't gonna make it.
What do you think that? went straight into it.
I don't think that's gonna work.
What? Prayers?
Oh, it's not night time anymore.
How did Emily get these injuries?
Some were the result of violent epileptic seizures, and some were self-inflicted.
And why, in your opinion, did Emily injure herself? And why did she stop eating?
Upon review of her complete medical file, I concluded that Emily's epilepsy had evolved into a condition known as psychotic epileptic disorder. This is a rare development, to be sure, but one that I have witnessed numerous times.
You mean that Emily was both epileptic and psychotic?
Yes.
Please explain how this psychotic epileptic disorder would manifest itself.
The seizures would have the characteristic symptoms of schizophrenia, such as auditory and visual hallucinations, and sometimes extreme paranoia. The seizures may lock up the joints and slightly contort the body, and then the pupils will dilate, making the eyes appear black.
Doctor, you testified that Gambutrol could have controlled Emily's condition. How do you know that?
It's the inevitable result of taking the drug. Gambutrol would have controlled her epileptic seizures, which were the root cause of her psychosis.
But wasn't Emily still experiencing psychotic symptoms even after she started taking the medication?
Yes, because Gambutrol has a cumulative effect. It takes time to build up in the patient's system.
So you assume that Gambutrol would have helped her, but you don't know that it would.
It's a reasonable assumption, but no, of course I can't be certain.
When Emily chose to stop her medical treatment, what exactly do you think should have been done?
Upon recognizing her condition, I would have tranquilized her and force-fed her. And then, if necessary, I would have treated her with electroconvulsive therapy.
Electroshock treatment? You
That
would have done this
sounds
against her will.
much better.
To save her life? Absolutely.
Medical treatment was not the answer for Emily, because she simply did not suffer from a medical condition. She was neither epileptic nor psychotic. Emily Rose's condition, in fact, was demonic possession, and exorcism was her only hope for a cure. Some of you may find yourself unable to reconcile Emily's beliefs or those of the defendant with your own. You may not believe demons exist. You won't have to, because you will see that after the utter failure of the doctors to help Emily, Father Moore simply tried to help Emily in a different way, using an approach that he, Emily, and her family firmly believed was her only chance for relief. Nothing Father Richard Moore could have done to prevent the death of Emily Rose.
Okay? Ain't she gonna eat anything?
Making it seem like as soon as she took the tablets, she starts seeing stuff. So,
kind of like a loser of a loss of self-control, isn't it? If you wake up, it's 3 o'clock on the dot on the clock, and she's not in bed. Dang. Okay then.
now I am, yeah.
No, you're ducking. You're no longer dying. You're ducking.
I mean, I've left a couple of women like that, but
ignore.
Can you hear me? Emily stayed home after that. She didn't return to school and she kept getting worse. Eventually, when she didn't get better, we called our priest, Father Moore. When he arrived, I sent my daughter Alice upstairs to see if Emily was awake.
Emily,
On the outside of the window.
can I come in?
Just midair.
what's she doing? Why can I hear flesh noises?
Sorry? What's the bird dancing?
Well, don't let go. She's stiff. We got more teas.
Fam. This.
Now she's gonna.
Well, it's mad because whoever or whatever said I dwell within, which is more like I don't need to be on up front. You get me? It's not a Jekyll and Hyde thing. It's like I'm hiding in Jekyll.
Funny guy.
I've got a doctor who wants to testify. He's an eyewitness, Aaron. He was there. He was at the exorcism.
What?
He called us. Dr. Graham Cartwright.
Oh, the guy from the start. I didn't even like clock that we hadn't seen him yet. The medical examiner from the beginning.
Oh, the grey head dude.
Dr. Cartwright?
Oh, I recognize you from those courtroom drawings on the news. You're much prettier in real life.
Jeez.
May I sit?
Yes, please.
Oh, it's not him.
Nope.
Guess another doctor that was there.
Maybe there probably was.
They focused on that guy, like arriving there, and he hasn't been in the film since.
I had hoped he wanted a medical perspective from a psychiatrist, you know, one that he knew, trusted, to observe Emily's physical and mental state during this.
During the exorcism.
Oh, he's seeing stuff as well.
Doctor.
Or noticing.
Doctor.
No, I think he's seeing like what she saw with the face in the clouds. I think he's seen it in the trees, but it was from her perspective, so we didn't see it. Yeah. Here we go.
Boogly boogly.
She's beginning to believe. Morpheus was.
What's that a recorder?
Why is it playing though? And it's out of the bag.
Oh, the cat is.
Too quiet.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Keeps going silent. I think Tank's gonna dive out of the screen.
I woke up, freezing. It was exactly 3 a.m. 3 a.m. is the demonic witching hour. It's a way for demons to mock the Holy Trinity. It's an inversion of 3 p.m., the miracle hour, which is traditionally accepted as the hour of Christ's death. I thought I smelled something
I didn't know
burning.
that one.
Only later did I connect it, and I remembered that same smell of something burning had been perceived by Emily.
Take the fire extinguisher. I'm psychic.
Shut up.
Oh wait, yeah, that was a dumb thing to say because he could smell something burning. That's why he picked it up. said it to bonk the demon on the head with.
No windows are there, baby.
Should have finished the prayer.
Go on again. You gotta quickly grab the horse and dance. That, get away.
Is this based in London? Because the weather is shit.
Oh, it's a peekaboo.
Father Moore, will you play the tape for us now?
Don't do that.
This is the Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Name drop.
Present are myself.
We won't be dealing with Emily tonight. Restrain her.
Are her lips even moving?
Oh, here we go.
It has begun. I'll be thy name.
Well, that was quick.
That one sounded German.
Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those that trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Who are you, demon? Tell me your name.
Wait, are they running?
What was that?
Cats. Are they running in or out?
In nomine Christi. Designate.
1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Trick or treat, I give you treats and tricks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh shit.
This is why I don't trust your cats.
Gone again. This must be such a painful experience for all parties involved. She should have got an Oscar for this.
I'm gonna have to look her name up after we finish this.
What did you do? Just put a cross on her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me your name. In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, I now here, therefore,
That's everything.
Yeah, he's talking all different languages. He's asking for a name and it keeps saying there's like 6 and there's yeah, see.
We are the ones who dwell within. You shall hit the Anablia.
Did you catch all of the
After a few moments,
people
Mr. Rose
they
revived.
dwelled within
She
before?
had to be abandoned. Emily
Judas
was
came.
taken to a room and
Yeah, you're saying the demons that was in them.
sleep. The whole thing was
I recognise Legion from a Bible passage
Describe
as
her
well.
behavior.
I apologize. Father, as Emily's parish priest, are you aware that she underwent advanced catechism training?
Yes, her family is very devout.
And in that training, did she study ancient Greek, Hebrew, and Latin?
Yes, I think that's right.
She might have even spent some time studying Aramaic, the language of Christ and his disciples, which, according to the transcripts, we also heard on the audio tape, correct?
She spoke Aramaic on the tape, but I don't think it was part of her training.
But it was offered as an elective at her catechism school. I have the school's curriculum here in my file, if you'd like to see it.
No, I'll accept that she might have been exposed to that language.
And according to her high school records, German was the foreign language she studied there, yes?
I don't know, if you say so.
So that pretty much covers all the strange languages we heard on the tape, correct? Did I miss any?
No.
Good.
What the hell happened?
Tell Father Moore I'm sorry. Tell him I know the demons are real, and I admire his courage for standing and speaking against them. Tell him I know what they can do.
And then he's immediately possessed. Yep. Through the windscreen.
You don't see that much in movies.
Nope.
Aaron, you once said that you felt you were on the right path. Don't stray from that path. Here, take this.
What is this?
Just read it, and then decide what you want to do.
When did you last see Emily alive?
The night before she died, her mother, Maria, called me and said that Emily had asked me
Why did she ask to see you?
to give me this.
Did Emily explain to you the letter's significance?
Yes, she said she'd written it the morning after the failed exorcism, and that it was important for me to share.
Why did God allow Emily to become possessed by demons and then die?
I can let Emily answer that. Last night, on All Hallows Eve, Father Moore tried to cast 6 demons from my body. They refused to go. After the attempted exorcism, I was taken to my room.
And I fell into a deep sleep. I awoke a few hours later, hearing a voice calling out my name.
This was like the maddest dream.
There's always a
Tree.
scary tree.
Always. Remember just having that by the scary tree?
What do you call that? Napping?
She was. Oh. She turned it. Oh.
Again, I heard a voice calling my name. It was the Blessed Holy Mother of God. And when I looked at her, she smiled at me and said, "Emily, heaven is not blind to your pain."
She said the Virgin Mary spoke to her in the middle of a field.
Yes. I asked the Blessed Mother, "Why do I suffer like this?"
Why did the demons not leave me tonight?
She said, "I am sorry, Emily. The demons are going to stay where they are." Then she said, "You can come with me in peace, freed of your bodily form, or you can choose to continue this. You will suffer greatly, but through you, many will come to see that the realm of the Spirit is real. The choice is yours."
I would not.
Please.
Mm.
In the end,
Oh.
good will triumph over evil.
Father Moore attaches divine significance to the wounds on Emily's hands and feet. Why? Because he sees them as confirmation of what he wants to believe. That Emily was a saint, touched by the hand of God. I'm afraid the truth is far less inspiring, because the truth is, by the time these miraculous wounds appeared, Emily had already shown a tendency to injure herself, and simply did so again on one of the barbed wire fences surrounding the Rose family farm.
What about her feet? I have no idea how this is gonna end.
Irrational superstition. Emily
You've
suffered
seen how it
because
ended.
she
It started
was
at the ending.
sick.
No, but I mean like the end of this case.
The conclusion.
Emily Rose had epilepsy, which caused psychosis, and given time, medicine would have cured her. But it didn't. Why? Because Father Richard Moore convinced Emily that she wasn't ill, that she didn't need medicine. And in the weeks leading up to her death, when she was clearly in need of medical treatment, he failed to have her hospitalized. So, the defense has given us an
What part of
extraordinary
epilepsy or psychosis makes your skin do that?
for the events that led to this.
The part that
Ladies and gentlemen,
his job's to tarnish everything the defense is trying to say.
believe it.
Wow, never heard a lawyer say that.
These things either exist or they do not exist. Are we all alone in this life? Or are we not alone? Either thought is astonishing. Do I really believe that this tragedy is the work of the devil? To be honest, I don't know. But I cannot deny that it's possible. Is it a fact that Emily was a hypersensitive?
He's
as
kind
Dr.
of
Adani suggests, a person who's more
arguing
likely by her
the fact
very
that
nature to become possessed.
what he believes in isn't real.
I can't say that, but the question is it possible?
Please read the verdict out loud. In the case of the People versus Father Richard Moore, we, the jury, find the defendant guilty
Oh.
of negligent homicide.
Nothing.
The court thanks the jury for its service. Sentencing for this case will be set for April 3rd.
Your Honor, if it pleases the court, Father Moore requested at the start of trial that if found guilty, he would be sentenced immediately.
Yes, I recall that. Does the prosecution have any objection to expedited sentencing? Very well. Father Richard Moore, do you understand this sentence which has been found against you?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand the gravity of this crime? That you may, under the law, be sentenced to a term of up to 10 years?
Yes, I do.
Are there any statements you would like to make before I impose this sentence?
No, Your Honor.
Very well.
Excuse me, Your Honor. But the jury would like to make a recommendation regarding the
Objection.
sentence.
Sit down, Counselor. It's only a recommendation, and I would like to hear it.
We recommend a sentence of time served.
What's that?
I'll accept that. You are guilty, Father Moore. And you are free to go. This court is dismissed.
What does that mean?
All right.
That his time is served already. He got found guilty. But I'm guessing because of the circumstances.
Well, for like his sentence was how long he's already been spent.
Yeah.
In jail.
Yeah, because he hasn't.
I never heard of that. Yeah, I know he's been in like custody or whatever the whole time.
Reprimand.
I've never heard of that before.
Neither have I.
Once you've looked into the darkness, I think you carry it with you for the rest of your life.
I hear that. Dope.
Not as many scares in it as I expected. I really didn't expect to watch that and it be
a good film,
like a whole trial as the film. And it was just flashbacks. I thought it was going to be more of a actual horror film, even though it was a horror film. But when we sat down, I thought there'd be like a lot
more
jump scares.
More of a thriller.
That.
It was interesting.
Jinx.
Shut up. No, I agree. It was interesting. But it proper felt like a film. You know, sometimes you catch these films you're not even trying to watch, and then you put it on.
I'm starting to think that because we only was told that this film was based on that video we saw of the girl that had like 60 odd exorcisms. I'm starting to feel that it might not have been.
What about this film?
Yeah.
Or you mean about the girl?
Yeah.
But it
could be based on that, but I don't know. It just
some facts.
I feel like that
some
60 odd exorcisms is like a detail that you wouldn't leave out if you was going to make a film about it.
How long would this film be if they had to?
So if you know if it is that film or it isn't, and you've got more details about the real life story,
let us know below.
Get it down in the comments, share. But either way,
it was definitely one of those.
It's a decent film to start our movie reactions off with.
Yeah, imagine it was the worst.
I know that people are gonna start suggesting horror films that are probably gonna have blood, guts, and jump scares every 2 seconds. So, to start off with this, a little like.
Should we, as we're starting it, should we start with like the films before, let's say 2010?
Any films before 2010?
Yeah.
I
meant the suggestions. So yeah, if you get the suggestions in before 2010, because some of
I think most decent horror films would have been before then anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's obviously there's newer stuff that is good, but like
you can't be.
There's a lot of remakes and like terrible horror films. Like the more recent you get,
but yeah,
people started running out of ideas.
We will not be doing The Shining.
Why?
Because we've both seen it.
I haven't actually ever watched it. I know what happens in it. I've seen because it's too much in pop culture to not know. I know the beats of it, and because Simpsons done an episode on it and stuff like that. So I know. Yeah, I'm up for watching anything, even if we've both seen it. If one of us haven't seen it, if both of us haven't seen it.
I think it depends how good the film is.
There's lots of films out there, yeah. So make sure you.
But that was actually I enjoyed that film. I didn't feel like we just watched.
I was
horror.
Intrigued of how it was going to end.
Yeah. Yeah, we both didn't see that coming.
I've never actually seen that in any court program or a real life case or anything of time served. I'm guessing that they're saying he was the time that he spent in jail already is his.
Yeah,
he's already,
reprimanded.
he's
And
already served it.
they normally take it off whatever the sentence is anyway.
Yeah.
But I think the jury was saying
that is his sentence.
That is his sentence.
I missed if they said it how long he'd.
You know, because they never disclosed how long the trial was anyway. But they could, you know, from the whole story, they could tell that man went through it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, anyone that has to go through that and serve time in jail, no, you're cool.
Well, if you like this movie and you like this video, make sure you're liking the video as always. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. We hope you enjoyed our first ever movie reaction. Definitely
get your suggestions below before 2010 for us to start and getting into this, because I know we're gonna see some suggestions and shaking fear.
I'm going to ignore some of them because there's some horror films out there that are not meant for human eyes and human consumption. So don't be silly.
Click the bell for the notifications as always.
And click the join button if you want to support us even more. Thank you, bye.
No, I got a flow. When I react, the man's got cold. When I react, the man's got go. You little biatch, stick it in your Riaz. It was a big Riaz, so man's got no. Hennything goes, you know this year just gonna blow like I won't have it, you won't manage, so I'm real, I'm silent like magic, part with a man that oh so savage.